interesting player most interesting free agent on the Patriots is in terms of just what the situation is and how unpredictable it could be.
I'm going to cheat and give you two answers. One is Dion Lewis, because I'm really curious to see how much money he's going to get, because he's the sort of player the Patriots would want to bring back. And I think that someone's probably going to give him a little too much money, but I really think it's just there is no alternative if they don't sign Nate Solder, because there's nothing on the free agent market. Antonio Garcia doesn't look like an option. They're going to go Cam Fleming or Legion Waddle left tackle. He's really the only option that exists for them.
Yeah, Solder's in a great spot because there just aren't many tackles on the free agent market. So he's in a position where he's going to basically get overpaid because that's just what the market's going to dictate. There's just not a lot of comparable players to him. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if the Pats brought back Solder and paid him pretty well, and then they lost Fleming and Waddle, because those guys, if you look at some of the rankings by some league-wide analysts, those guys are considered to be fringe top 5 tackles in this free agent market as well, and that's a position that gets paid pretty well. So maybe, ideally, I think the Pats probably would like to bring back Solder in one of the two, either Fleming or Waddle, and they might be able to swing that. They might have the financial flexibility to make it happen. But if both those guys get offers where teams want them to be starting tackles and they're going to pay them as such, it's going to be difficult for the Patriots to bring them back as a swing tackle at that number. And Lewis, to me, is the most interesting. I agree with you. I think ESPN projected yesterday that he'll get a 4-year, I believe it was $24 million deal, so that's $6 a year, which is pretty high. That's up there. That would rank in the top 6 or 7 for running back, similar to what Lamar Miller got from Houston a couple of years ago. I don't know if the Patriots are going to be willing to go that high. I think the Patriots probably have a number in their mind that they're willing to go for Lewis, but I don't know if it's that. We just have to see what happens and what teams are involved. As I said earlier, there are a lot of teams that have a ton of cap space. The Jets have $89 million. The Colts have a ton. I believe the Niners have in the 70s. The Browns have $101 million, but I don't think Lewis is going to go back to Cleveland after he was cut there in 2014. So anyway, there's a bunch of teams that have a ton of money to play with and also a need at the running back position. So if Lewis is going to return to New England, it might be at a little less than what he might be able to make somewhere else.